Hello everyone and welcome to the weekly roundup. This is the video where we round up the latest theme park news and rumors, wrap it up, put a bow on top, and share it with you guys. Let's get started.
But before we get started, I would say we had a great week last week.
A pretty good week. A couple things I got some heat on social media.
Yes.
Came to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I had announced hot butter beer many weeks ago. Hot butter beer would be year-round, I should say.
Right.
Universal did confirm that with a press release, in fact.
Yes, and so did you.
I'm surprised they sent out a press release.
Wow.
But I kind of have this thing. If they send out a press release, I'll make a video.
Okay.
So that's something I feel good about. And another thing I had mentioned in a video way before it actually happened, the Jurassic World tribute store opened. Now, I think when I originally said it, I said it was going to be a Velocicoaster tribute store. But I was right.
1/3 right. 1/3 was dedicated to the Velocicoaster, the entry.
Yeah,
right?
Yes. And then the Olympic Food Festival thing there in the Amphitheater Plaza.
Yes.
I had predicted that or said that would happen a few weeks ago, and that has now started.
Right, and like you said, you got plenty of heat on social media for some of those predictions.
Mm-hmm. So, pretty happy with last week. And now, on to the news. And the big news in the theme park world, just in case you missed it, outdoor masks and indoor masks are now optional for fully vaccinated guests at Universal Studios Orlando.
Yes.
Basically, if you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask if you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's just have some real talk, some grown-up talk.
Okay.
This is the honor system.
Right.
There's no way for Universal to check vaccinations.
Right.
So, in reality, this is sort of a removal of the face covering mandate. Mm-hmm. Since there's no way to check.
Correct.
And that's just the real deal. That's just the reality of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, people can go and pretty much have a regular, normal theme park experience at Universal now.
That's true. Even their distance markers has been lifted.
Yeah, well, it went from 6. It went from 6 to 3, didn't it?
Yeah, but then I've heard that people have seen them being pulled up as well.
Mm-hmm. Well,
recently, even the 3 feet.
I still like the 3 feet.
I like the 3 feet too.
Really, you shouldn't be getting closer than 3 feet to people.
No, give me my wingspan.
Yeah, let's all have our bubble.
Exactly.
So that was the big news. Now, there's no word yet on when Disney is going to follow suit with the same face covering change as Universal.
Right.
So when that happens, I will report on it. Mm-hmm. When Disney World also removes its indoor mask rule, I guess I should say. Mm-hmm. When that happens, I will cover it, and hopefully that will be the last time I do a face covering story ever.
Fingers crossed.
God, I can't wait for that day. You know how I love mask stories. And here's some good news for Universal Studios employees, or for those who are thinking about maybe joining the team, becoming a team member. Universal has increased its minimum wage from $13 an hour to $15 an hour. So you go there, you start a job, the minimum you're going to make $15 an hour, which is good because they are also looking to hire an additional 2,000 employees.
Perfect.
Now, of course, the starting rate's going to vary on job description and position and everything.
Of course.
But the minimum will be $15 an hour for anyone.
Good job.
Good news. I like that.
Yeah.
Disney World's Jungle Cruise attraction is going under a bit of a refurb. They've been, sprucing it up.
Right.
Making some changes.
Right.
Disney just announced that those changes will be done by summer. They didn't give a specific date. So
that's typical Disney, though.
I don't know.
They're buying themselves a window, you know, so, June through August.
Well, to me,
or September.
To me, by summer means by the start of summer. They didn't say by the end of summer. The Jungle Cruise will be all refurbed. They said by summer.
Okay.
So that's got to be pretty soon. Also, pretty soon is the new Jungle Cruise movie starring my buddy The Rock.
Yeah, and Emily Blunt. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be great.
The Rick and The Rock. We're really close. And so what? July 30th, that comes out in theaters and on Disney Plus via their, Premiere Access.
Yes.
I think I want to go to the movies for that one, though. Yeah, let's go. Let's make a trip to the movies.
All right.
Rick's road trip to the movies. Sticking with the Mouse House. This time, Disney's Animal Kingdom, a brand new baby zebra was born recently.
Sweet.
This reminds me of like when we had the pandemic, like the shutdowns, and we couldn't go out to the parks. I was reporting on a lot of baby animal news then to make us feel
baby
good.
announcents, baby birth announcements.
Yeah.
It was there's a lot of those over
that can make
the quarantine.
That makes people happy.
It does.
So I'm glad I can provide another baby story for you guys. This time about baby zebra. Now the cool thing about this, like the zebra was birthed like on the
Safari?
the safari ride.
Nice.
So actual park guests, I guess they got to see a baby zebra being born.
That's
How lucky.
right. Oh,
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
How lucky are those guys?
I know. Oh, so sweet.
No extra cost. I think the baby weighed like 65 pounds, and I have not heard of a name for the new zebra just yet.
It's so cute.
But yeah, there's your feel-good story of the day.
That's it.
Baby zebras.
How about some cruise news, Rick?
Cruise news. Now, we do not know when cruising is going to officially restart,
Correct.
but we're getting closer. The CDC is allowing, is it Carnival Cruises? Yes, Carnival Cruises to do some test runs out of Port Canaveral.
Okay.
So that is, you have to have the test runs before we get restarted. So what do you think? Now, we are like kind of cruise people. We've gone on many cruises.
Yes.
And we have been through this whole reopening phase. At least I have. I've been the first one to jump out there and get things reopened. Like the day they reopened restaurants here, I was like the first customer at one of the restaurants.
Yeah, at the Italian restaurant down the
First
street.
day we can go into theme parks, I was in the theme parks.
Yeah.
But what about cruises?
Are
That's
you
the one.
asking me
Yeah,
right
what do you,
now?
yeah.
I think I'd wait a little bit. Personally, it's and we love cruising.
Yeah.
But that's the one I think I would kind of wait.
Yeah, and we
Just
are ones
for
to get out
us.
there and start doing stuff.
Yeah.
But I think I'm in the same boat as you. I think we're in the same boat. I think we'll wait a little bit before going on cruises again.
Yeah, I might.
It's
wait
just
a
that
year.
it's so contained.
Yeah, it's.
You're on that.
Floating tin can in the sea. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, obviously you have the excursions to get off the boat every now and then, but sometimes you're on that boat, the ship. I know it's not a boat.
It's a ship.
It's a ship. But you're in there for locked up for a day or so, and it's so contained. That's the reason why I'm thinking, we'll just wait maybe next summer or something.
Yeah, I think maybe a year.
Or maybe next winter, or this winter coming up.
Okay.
I don't know, just not this summer. Let's put it that way. But regardless, they still have to. Right? They're just talking about test runs.
And I'm sure that they are probably going to be slashing prices like crazy, trying to get people to come back.
Or who knows? They might go the other way and raise prices.
If they can only fill half a boat, who knows?
Yeah. So, but anyway, the test runs, testing out the new safety protocols, should be happening out of Port Canaveral, and I think maybe a couple other ports, like maybe I think one was Miami and maybe Galveston, but obviously our local port is Port Canaveral, so I was focused on that.
Right, and that's the one that we usually leave out of.
Yeah, right on the West Coast.
Yep, that or Tampa. Those are the two that we kind of leave from. I knew it was coming. Rumor alert! Rumor alert!
Now that's a fun little thing. I like the rumor alert now. It's fun, but it does serve a purpose. For those of you who don't like rumors, that's your warning.
Or, if you like rumors, that's your perk.
So, occasionally you get people who are like, oh, I don't like rumors. Well,
right.
I provided a rumor alert for you guys. Stop watching now and go forward a little bit to the questions and answers.
Okay.
But today's rumor is just a small little rumor anyway, not a big deal.
Okay.
I just wanted you to sound the alarm. People love it. T-shirt coming, I'm guessing.
Yes. Yeah, we have several new
T-shirt coming.
Yeah, from ridiculous phrases from Rick and Nikki.
So the rumor is regarding Disney World and Magic Kingdom and their happily ever after fireworks show.
Oh.
It is rumored to be starting up again on July 21st. Which I'm like, if you're going to start it up in July...
Do July 4th.
Yeah, what's up with that?
What the heck?
Why not July 4th?
That's the National Firework Day, too.
Yes.
Obviously it's Independence Day and, the 4th of July. But anyway.
But there was a rumor. The rumor is the 21st it would be coming back. But, why not the 4th?
Because they may not be ready by then.
Wow.
You don't know the inner workings of Disney.
What else are they doing with fireworks other than preparing to bring them back and prepare for the 4th? But anyway, I digress. The rumor is happily ever after, coming back July 1st. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll keep tabs on it. Yeah. And now, on to questions and answers. Welcome back to those of you who skipped the rumor. Oh, you missed something great, too. It was like so outlandish. I can't believe you didn't want to see it. But welcome back. You're saved from that rumor. We have questions and answers now. Oh, man, it was amazing. You shouldn't have
okay.
It.
And moving on. All right, here we go. This one's from Allison. Hi there. If you were moving to Orlando, what area would you move to? We used to live in Metro West in 2000, 2001, but I understand it's not the best anymore. I taught school in Winter Garden, so we are thinking Winter Garden or Claremont. Our oldest daughter is 16 and considering UCF as well.
Well, yes. Our daughter just graduated from UCF, so
yeah,
that'd be great if your daughter starts UCF. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I get questions from time to time about the best areas to live in, just because people know I've lived here my whole life. I always say Winter Garden. I was born in Winter Garden. Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't grow up in Winter Garden. Just a few miles down the road, I kind of grew up. But when we were as adults, my first house that I bought was kind of in the Winter Garden, Ocoee area. So the West Orange County area is very nice. Mm-hmm. Windermere is very nice. But here's a little thing. There's a couple like little cities or towns that bump up to Windermere. For example... And Windermere is kind of the one of the nicer places in the area. Yeah,
Windermere is known for like Isleworth and
Yeah, like Shaq had like a lot of Magic players would live in Windermere and Isleworth area.
Yes.
But you're gonna pay a little more just to have that Windermere zip code.
Yeah.
Just to have that little Windermere on your envelope on your address, you're gonna pay a little more. But like for us, like where we lived in Ocoee and when we lived in Winter Garden, it bumped right up to Windermere.
Yes, we lived in kind of like that and Gotha. Yeah. So, Gotha is nice and Ocoee, right next to that Windermere Winter Garden area is nice. And then Oakland is nice too. Oakland is the small town that shares the Winter Garden zip code because it's small. Yeah. But there's some beautiful houses going in the Oakland area, and it's the in-between Oakland and Claremont. Now, if your daughter is going to UCF and she's going to be commuting, I'd say stick closer to Winter Garden than Claremont. Because if you're going to Claremont, you're driving even farther to get to school.
Yeah, that's but the East Lake County.
Yes. Housing, you get more for your money when you go to Claremont and Oakland than if you're living in the heart of Winter Garden and Windermere.
Yeah, so...
Because,
West Orange County, basically.
Yeah.
Now, Winter Garden is huge.
It is huge.
Not like when I was growing up, when I was born there, but...
Fun fact is that Disney was actually looking at the Winter Garden area instead of Lake Buena Vista, Kissimmee area. He was looking in this area, and they didn't sell.
Yeah, so a lot of... newer homes are in a lot of growth in Winter Garden.
Yes.
But back to my little trick was, if you don't want to pay the extra to live in Windermere, there's like spots right there in Ocoee and Winter Garden that bump up to Windermere. For example, when we lived in Ocoee, like our zip code was Ocoee, but just like right down the road, a couple blocks was the Windermere zip code. So look for that Windermere area and kind of push out from there.
Okay, next one is from Emily. Hello, Rick and Nikki. My question is, how do I find out if my annual pass expired or the dates of it?
Yeah, well, I use my app. So you can use the Universal Studios app, Universal Orlando app on your phone.
Really?
Yeah, because all my information, my card information, is in the wallet section. At least I loaded it up, so.
I need to look that up.
You need to do that yourself.
I need to go check myself because I'm always, the other way I always do it is whenever you bioscan in, I say, okay, when is my expiration date or when, does my pass expire? And then they can tell you then too.
But if you're, I don't know where they are. Like if you're in Idaho right now, obviously you can't do that.
Right.
But you can get the Universal app, load in your card information, and it's going to know right there what your expiration date is. And you just go to the wallet section of that and it'll tell you, a couple of clicks, and you figure out what it is.
Oh, you learn something new every day. I had no idea.
I tested before we came up.
How many people do you think are pulling up the app right now to check?
I don't know. They're waiting. They're waiting for after questions and answers.
Because right after questions and answers, I'm gonna go check and see if he's right. All right.
And if you don't have it all loaded, go ahead and load your card information there.
Okay.
We'll get you set up too, Nikki.
Gee, thanks, Rick. Next one is from Erica. What do you think of the possibility of Universal retheming Jurassic Park to Jurassic World?
Yes, this is a common question.
It is. And it's a legit question. I mean, because there's a lot of Jurassic World, all the new stuff coming in is based on that.
Yes. Now, I think it's going to stay a hybrid for a while, for a long while. But I'm not going to say it will never convert over to Jurassic World. You can look, just to say 6-7 years from now, if they wanted to give that area a little pop, just switch it over to Jurassic World, change the Jurassic River Adventure to the Jurassic World River Adventure, and you get a little pop, it's a little refresh.
Right.
So I could see it happening eventually, but I think we're going to live in this state of a hybrid Jurassic Park, Jurassic World section for a bit.
And I'm okay with that. And even if you look at the Jurassic World tribute store, isn't one section kind of like the Jurassic Park section where it's kind of been overgrown with weeds and stuff like that and vines? So, I mean, even in the tribute store, they kept it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's like an indication or not, but
I'd be okay with it switching over to eventually. It's just nice to have change and a refresh every now and then. So
I just know that there's parts of the park that still need, I think, attention.
Yeah.
And then they're building Epic. Yeah. So, yeah. All right.
Stay tuned. I think it will eventually happen.
Eventually. All right. Next one is from Declan. That's a cool name. I like that name. Hey, Rick, can you make a Rick's Top 6 on the most irreplaceable rides? Not the best or the favorite, but in your opinion, ones that are irreplaceable.
I included that. It's not really a question, but just to remind you that if you want to submit questions or video suggestions like that one, just go to myrixflix.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the homepage, and there's a little section for you to submit your questions or your video suggestions like that one. And I do like that video suggestion.
I like it too. I think it's very creative. We are also in the midst of redoing
the website.
The website, yeah. It's gonna be so multifaceted. You're gonna want to come back. You're gonna be able to post pictures and have a forum and all kinds of cool stuff within that website. It's gonna be great. So that's coming up too. But I do like that idea.
Yeah. I'll give you one real fast. I would say the Mummy would be on that list.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
most
true.
Irreplaceable. This term.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is an example. So that is a good video suggestion.
I like
if you have
it.
some others, go visit myrixflix.com.
All right. Number 5 is from Drew and Hannah. My family and I are planning on coming to Universal next week, and I noticed that the rain chances are pretty much every day that we are staying. My question is, what rides typically close due to rain, and how bad does it have to get before they close it?
We were just talking about this before we came on air.
Yes.
Here was, I think we're going to get close to that summer seasonal
rain cycle.
Yeah, of like afternoon rain every day for a little bit.
Right. The humidity just builds up. It's almost like a pressure cooker, and then the clouds come in, it rains for an hour or so, and then...
Yeah, so I think we're getting into that season. Now, the rides vary what their tolerance is. But I'll say this, Universal Studios, there's only one major ride outside, and that's Rip Ride Rocket. Your other outside attractions would be more like kiddie stuff, like the Twirl and Hurl, or Woody Woodpecker's little coaster. So at Studios, it's not going to be a problem, the rain.
No.
You just get wet going in between the attractions.
Yeah.
Now, Islands of Adventure is a little different. More outside rides there. And the tolerance level for rain and wetness is going to vary for some of them, like the Hulk and Velocicoaster and Hagrid's. So.
And a lot of times, lightning in the area.
Yeah, that's the bigger thing. Is
the
lightning,
yeah,
not the rain.
Because there's a certain distance that they have to shut down if lightning is 5 miles out or that's
3 miles, whatever it is.
Whatever the distance is. So that also needs to be taken into consideration too. That a lot of these storms have lightning.
Yeah, it's more the lightning than the rain. But if it's like a bad heavy rain, then they would shut stuff down.
Yeah,
but I've been on Dr. Doom with a drizzle.
That's true. Where you were dropped, at night.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, where it was like the rain was like you were falling at the same, just like.
Well, what happened was
speed.
they shoot you up in Doctor Doom, and there's lights. So the raindrops looked purple.
Right.
But then at one point, so I'm coming up and I'm going down, and it looks like the rain droplets are floating up.
That's
so
cool.
The purple rain droplets going up. So that was cool. So
neat experience. So hey, it's raining at night and you can get on it.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
It was a cool experience.
All right. Next one is from Kayla. Hi, Rick. Just wanted to ask if you've heard anything about Volcano Bay closing this winter.
I have not heard about that. It did close this past winter for the first time. Mm-hmm. And I think that was more due to, the pandemic. Not so much because it was winter. Typically what happens at a Florida water park is they do not shut down for the winter season. They will close down on days where it's going to be really cold. They have the forecast. Right now it's fine here in January, so the park's open, but they see the forecast of next week is going to have like some super cold days. The cold front's coming down. It will close just for those couple days.
Right.
But not for the season. And I don't expect
it
to close this winter.
You can't throw Disney into that.
No, because they have multiple water parks.
Yeah.
So they can close one for a little bit and keep the other one open.
Yeah.
So, but I do not expect Volcano Bay to shut down this winter. But if it does, we'll put it on the news. It'll be one of the news stories.
Well, and they did a lot of refurbs. They had been wanting to shut it down and be able to do some refurbs. So
they just had a lot of work done. So I don't see it happening.
Yeah, exactly. Next one is from Kimberly. We are going to the Orlando Informer Meetup in November. I have seen many videos about the meetup, but nothing regarding the rides and when to line up for the popular rides. I mostly would like to know how early you can get in line during the meetup.
Okay, that's the November meetup. You can actually get into the park 2 hours before the event starts. I think for November, the event starts at 7 p.m. You can get in at 5 p.m. So I would get in as early as you can. I would do, for the meetup, like the bigger outdoor coasters first, because there are some like noise ordinances and stuff, so they tend to shut down earlier.
Before the event actually shuts
Yeah,
down.
So like the Hulk and Hagrid's and the Velocicoaster, I would try to do those earlier in your evening to make sure you get them in.
Correct.
Those tend to shut down before the event ends.
Mm-hmm. All right, and the last question is from Maggie. I feel like there has been an increase in chatter about Disney annual passes coming back. Are there any other circumstances you can think of that would make you hesitate in buying an annual pass?
Right, so Disney is not currently selling new annual passes. Mm-hmm. If you have an annual pass and it expires, they're letting you renew. You know what? I would say if you lived out of state, I would be hesitant to buy an annual pass. Mainly because of they're keeping that reservation system for a while. Now, I guess it's not as bad. Let's say if you are an annual pass holder for Disney and you stay at one of the Disney hotels, because then when you make your reservation, you can go through the hotel guest portal. Mm-hmm.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because of the reservation system, they're not allowing, an unlimited number into the park still. Mm-hmm. And they're controlling how many annual passes get in and how many day tickets get in, and things like that. So I don't know.
I would guess if it's a local considering an annual pass, or maybe someone who's not going to stay at a Disney hotel, mm-hmm. that would give me pause to reconsider based on the availability of the reservation system, maybe.
Okay, I see.
Because we can't get in whenever we want. It's harder for pass holders.
Yes.
Because it's like there's a couple of different things, like the portals that you enter. We enter through the pass holder portal. Right. To make a reservation. Other people go through like a day ticket portal maybe, mm-hmm. and then like if you're a hotel guest. Mm-hmm. So that would be my only pause if I was like local, because I knew I my chances would be harder to get the reservation day that I want.
Okay, so there you go.
And then maybe if you're out of state, but you have a relative who lives here, and you always come stay with that relative before going to Disney instead of staying at a Disney hotel.
Gotcha.
What do you think? I don't know.
Sure.
You guys share your thoughts to that question in the comment section below.
Right. Can I take a second
to
let everybody know how Kaitlyn is doing?
Oh, yeah.
So our daughter was in a pretty severe accident. She actually totaled her Ford Escape. and she was pretty bruised. She walked away from the accident.
Yeah, that was a week ago today.
Yes, and it was rough, but she the seatbelt and the airbag did its job, and so she just had some abrasions across her chest and some bruising, and then she had bruising, across the lap restraint and in her hips, but. She's walking.
Pretty much all the seatbelt contact areas, what you say?
Yeah, exactly. A little bruised on the knee and things like that. But, she's in good spirits, and she's doing really well. She's walking around much better. Bruising is getting better, and swelling is down. Yeah. So I just wanted to, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all of the well wishes and the prayers and the good vibes being sent her way. I'm about to get choked up. When you pull up to a scene like that, and I'm the first one on, parent on the scene, and you see that whether it's a loved one or your child, it's hard to take in, and so it's been an emotional week.
Yeah, it's been
for
crazy.
Me anyway. For you've been killing it with all the predictions coming true. So there's it's always a balance. But so just anyway, I wanted to.
Yeah, thanks for all that.
Yeah, thank you so much. We
really, but I think
really appreciate
the
it.
hardest part's over. She had the accident. Then of course the few days after that's going to be your worst when you feel the worst.
Right.
But I think she's up on the upswing now.
Yes,
the healing process where she's getting a little better every day.
Right, and she's gotten back into a car again. Sorry, I can't stop my tears. And she's driving again. So that was a kind of a hurdle she needed to get over. Is kind of get back on that horse and drive again. So.
But thank you for all your concern and well wishes.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
And with that being said,
don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun.
Thanks for watching Rix Flix, and now it's time to relax.